Hey, how's it going? It's Sophia here from Zen Guidance. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's pick a card reading. So in this video we're going to be looking at messages from your person. So all I need you to do is choose one of these three piles. Feel free to pause the video here whilst you make your choice. Just use your gut instinct and your intuition to lead you to the pile for you. And once you've made your choice, you can go to the description box below where you'll find the corresponding timestamps to your chosen pile. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, check the description box below for all the information there. Okay, so let's get straight to your reading. Okay, so for those of you who chose group number 1 and the blue lace agate, let's take a look at your messages. Okay, so the first card we have, Mercury retrograde, reinvention. And that's interesting because we are currently in Mercury retrograde right now. But I know this is a timeless reading, so whenever you're drawn to this is when it's meant for you. But there's definitely the energy of Mercury retrograde when it comes to your person and their messages. So yeah, Mercury retrograde can bring in people from the past or can bring in information that you've been waiting for. Always adds the letters RE, like renew or redo or reinvent or restart. So it's a great time to restart things, to reevaluate what's been going on. Excuse me. And I feel like that's what your person is doing right now. They're thinking about the past, they're thinking about past events, maybe they're thinking about communication that you once had. But this may also be that they're thinking about re-entering into your life. So let's look at the surrounding messages. Okay, so we've got the 9th house. Okay, which is the house of Sagittarius. So you may resonate with Sagittarius. We also have Gemini and Virgo there. So those could be either of your signs or both. There could also be an element of distance in your connection. There could be a long distance travel. Okay, or maybe you come from very different backgrounds or very different religious or spiritual beliefs. Or maybe you're very much aligned in your beliefs. But there's something that they're thinking about in terms of, I feel like they've got an element of faith about this connection, and they feel like there's some kind of hope here that they have, or they feel like there is more to this than what is just in the physical. So maybe even for some of you, they're reawakening, or they are awakening to a new belief system when it comes to you. Okay, so then we have earth element stability. So yeah, more earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So yeah, I feel like they are thinking about what they want long term when it comes to a long, stable relationship. I do feel like this is something that they are wanting. I'm not saying necessarily that is with you at this very moment, but very well could be, because these are messages from your person. You may also be inquiring and thinking, is this person wanting something secure and committed, or are they just after something fleeting and casual? And yeah, no, I don't feel like that's the case with this person. I think that they're very deep. I think that there's someone that works really hard in their career, and for everything that they want, they know that they have to put in that physical effort. So that's also something that they may be considering here, that they're thinking about the effort that they need to make in order for this to work. Okay, that may also be what has been holding them back, if they've been very silent with you or not communicating in any way. It's like, I feel like this person always gives 100% to everything. And so they don't like to enter into things lightly, that they take time to consider everything that they want and whether the relationship has the legs to get off the ground, or whether they can see themselves long term in the future with you. Sometimes this can be their downfall though, because they're not always open to just going with the flow and giving people a chance. It's like they may even be a little, could be obsessive or focused really on the details of things, and you know, the reality of things, and not really focused on the higher aspects to this. And this is where they may be having that awakening. Okay, so that they're moving out of the physical realm into the spiritual realm when it comes to you. And then the number 3, rejoice in celebration. And I was about to mention the number 33 that we have there. So you might be seeing a lot of 3s in synchronicity. 3 could also be one of your birth dates. as well, or this could also be a time scale. You could have known each other for 3 months, 3 years, 3 decades. You could have been seeing each other for that time period. I don't know. But I do feel like there's a sense of friendship here. And I'll get to the number 3 in just a moment. So yeah, that they feel like maybe they want to start off as friends with you, or maybe you already are friends, or even co-workers or something. And you know, they do see that as in a really positive way. They enjoy the friendship, or they want to enjoy a friendship. And that might be how they're feeling they need to take that practical action, maybe in building a friendship with you first, before moving into something more structured and long-term in a relationship sense. But I also feel this might be that they want to ask you out on a date. Some of you, they might actually ask you out to go for a drink, a coffee, or an alcoholic drink, a cocktail or something. But I definitely feel like they want to celebrate something with you. Maybe even they want to come in and tell you something, tell you some good news, something that they really feel happy about, and they want to celebrate that with you. And I also feel like they really do want someone that they can like enjoy like being with when they are in a good place, and when things are going well for them, because that might be the case for some of them. They might be going in a really good place right now, maybe in their career, or in other aspects of their life. They may be in a really good place, and they want to be able to share that and all those joyous moments with you, which I think is really sweet. Okay, and the number 3 can represent a relationship energy. Okay, because when you've got the number 2, that's the two different people. We've got 2 people coming together. And then with the number 3, that is then the relationship. So you've got the 2 people coming together, which then creates the relationship. So I really feel like this person does like to be in a relationship. They like to feel like there is someone that's there to support them through thick and thin, someone that they can enjoy those good times with, but is also there through the bad, okay? And they actually want to create something on an equal partnership basis. It doesn't feel like it's in that one-sided sense that they want. And oh my God, look at that. Got the shadow card. So they may even see you as their counterpart, or their twin. There is a sense of mirroring, absolutely. So, but the fact that it's reversed, they may feel like there's still something that is below the surface. It hasn't quite come out yet. So it might be something that they're thinking about, but it's like they're not ready to actually open up and express it at this point. But I do see a transition here. So I'm just going to now look at the tarot. What's coming through from your person? Messages from your person, group 1. Okay, so we've got the Magician in reverse. Okay, I feel like they might be spying on you. But this is definitely over-calculation. Like they're thinking way too hard about this. And again, I feel like that's what's blocking them, because they're overthinking this, especially with all of this mercurial energy that's coming through, which, you know, when it's in overdrive can cause a lot of mental anguish, okay? Because there's just, it's almost like there's too much thinking and not enough just feeling and action and just going with the flow. But yeah, I do feel like they are over-strategizing right now what to do. 4 of coins reversed. So they're wanting to break free from something, okay? Something that either they were holding on to, or if this is a relationship, they could have been holding on to that, a previous one, or it could be someone was holding on to them. It could be about career, it could be about money, but obviously, you know, in terms of you, yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to pull more cards on this, but yeah, they know that they need to break away from something, and they need to maybe even release an obsession or this over-calculation. It might be that they're actually coming to that conscious awareness now that they need to release that, and they need to be just more present. Okay, 7 of Cups. They are trying to weigh up options right now, okay? So yeah, it's like they've got a decision to make, but it's like they haven't quite come to it yet. And again, that might be why they're retreating, or it might be why you're not receiving the information you need to receive from them at this time. For some of you, they may have even told you this. If you are in communication, it may be that they have explained this to you, that they do, they are interested, but they need to see, you know, what options they have, or what the best choice is for them. Like I said, they don't just jump into things lightly. They definitely take careful consideration before making any, serious movements. Okay, so we've got the King of Cups. So they do have genuine feelings for you. These are emotional feelings, romantic feelings. So yeah, if you were wondering whether they still feel the same or if they have these emotions for you, I do feel like they do. And they're quite matured. So I don't know whether you've known each other for a long time or whether they've been in love with you for a long time. But it feels like they've, developed and, they're at quite a mature stage. And the fact that it's upright is a really positive indication that they may want to be more open with you about it, more expressive with how they feel. Okay, but then we got the Knight of Wands. So for some of you, there could be two different people that you're dealing with now, but this could also be their energy. It's the first time we've got fire now coming through. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it's in reverse. So it's like, I feel like this is the contrast between their heart and their head, but their passion, it's like, and their action. It's like their heart is telling them and is calling them towards you, is wanting them to be open with you, but their actions seem to be going in the other direction. And, they may be a little bit out of sorts right now, okay? Because especially as they are so methodical and they take their time with things, it's also like there's this burning desire within them that is also calling them towards you, but they're repressing it, okay? Or they're sending it off in other directions. Maybe it's like they're putting it into these other options right now, okay? And that may be for the best, for the long term, whether or not that's you coming together after, sometimes someone needs to experience other people or situations to then realize what they have or what they had with you. And not to say that you would need to accept them back if that's the way they behave, of course, that's your choice. But it may be as well that this is the universe removing them to benefit you in some way. Okay. One more, please. How are they? Well, I could say how are they feeling, but what's coming through about them for you? Messages from them. Oh my God, look at that. The Lovers. The Lovers. Yeah. So they really do feel like you are their counterpart, you are their twin flame, their soulmate, whatever you believe in. Okay, but they feel like you are their vibrational match. Like you two just align perfectly. Maybe you look similar to one another, dress similar, have similar interests. But even if none of those apply, I feel like they feel energetically that you are like the one for them. Yeah, and almost that there is a spiritual connection here and that they're being guided from another source. Okay, because the power of the Lovers card is the card of manifestation. Okay, because above the Lovers we have, I could say, higher source. And higher source comes down through to the male's consciousness, and the male looks at the female, the divine feminine, and it manifests through the divine feminine, and then through the divine feminine it goes up to back to higher source and then continues around in this triangle effect. Okay, and I feel like it's like your person I just wanted to say your person, like I see God through you. Okay, and again, it doesn't have to be God, but it's like they see something through you, like a pool of water that reflects back up to the sky. Yeah, it's like they're having some kind of spiritual awakening through this connection with you. And it may even be through your beauty or, through your soul's energy that they're starting to feel this, new spiritual awakening. But this is also a conscious feeling of wanting to be connected to you. This isn't like there is a pull towards one another, but there is still a conscious choice with this card. There's a conscious energy of wanting to be connected. So I do feel like they want to be connected to you, but their actions at the moment are holding them back. The feelings are there, but I also think it's their over-calculating or controlling aspect to this that is holding this back right now. But also that, yeah, they may need to be in this kind of experimental energy where they focus on, maybe selfish matters for the moment, and they're just focused on themselves. And I would just kind of let them have it, let them do what they need to do, because if they really do feel this way and they want to connect with you, they will, and they'll realize that this is the path for them. Okay. Lastly, I'm just going to look at the Island Wellness for you. Island Wellness. Okay. the snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, looking over your shoulder, the other woman. Yes, for some of you, this could be a third party situation. Axe, breakup, separation. Yes, it might be one of you has had to leave a relationship to get into this connection. That could be what is also holding them back. And there we go, twin flames, yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complementing each other. So yeah, there's definitely the energy of mirroring between you. There's a lot of similarities that you share. But yeah, at the moment, there seems to be something that's, you know, feels like there's an ending of some kind, or there may be some kind of enemy or someone else that's also trying to get their attention. It might be that they or you, okay, that are other people are chasing you or chasing them. And it might be that your person has to go through this, or you have to go through this, and maybe it is about going on a few other dates or looking at other options. But then I really feel like you two are just going to come together, because you balance each other out. You are like yin and yang here, okay? And I feel like, yeah, there is this element of complementing one another. So when you're both in a good place and in a healthy place, this is when this is going to manifest, okay? But it may be also at the point where you feel like you've lost hope and you've given up. And that's when something then turns around. Okay, so I do hope that this resonates with you, and please let me know down in the comments below if it does, and please give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy this reading today. And for personal readings, please check the description box below. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, so for those of you who chose group number 2, your person's messages. Okay, so we've got the Sun card, Sun, which is the card of Leo. So immediately I'm sensing that there's a strong physical attraction. Okay, they're definitely thinking about you in a very passionate way. For some of you, you might have met them through your career as well, as the Sun can represent career. Okay, yeah, and it might be also that they're focused on their career, or they're focused on their passions as well. But there's also a lot of fun coming through. But it also may be that you met during the summer, or you connected during the summer, or when it was really hot outside. But I feel like that's something that they're thinking about. They're either reminiscing about these really hot times, or maybe even passionate times that you had. And if you haven't experienced that with this person in the physical realm, maybe you have in the 5D, but it may be that they're thinking or fantasizing about how that would be with you. So let's see what else is coming through. Okay, so we've got the 6th house and routine. So that's the card of Virgo, or the house of Virgo, which represents service, health, you know, being of service, helping others, organizing, looking at the fine details of things. It could also, represent health, the gym, or sort of outdoor healthy activities. So that might be a place in which you met at a gym, or in a running club, or somewhere, a swimming club or something, or somewhere that you'd be very active, maybe going out for a run or a walk outdoors as well, or through nutritional advice or something. For some of you, may have received a service from them. Maybe you paid for a service from them, or maybe they paid for a service from you and you met through that in a career context. Maybe you were a client of theirs, or they were a client of yours. But yeah, I feel like your person is thinking about all of those little things as well. So it's like they're not looking at the bigger picture of it at this moment. Okay, so yeah, we've got Gemini, I think. Okay, so a lot of Mercurial energy, very similar in that respect so far to Pile 1. So if you're drawn to Pile 1, it might resonate with you as well. But we'll see what else comes through. But Gemini, Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in their mind right now. They're thinking very intensely about you. But again, they might be thinking about the fine details. Maybe they're thinking about the duality. Or maybe they're thinking about your differences. For some of you, they might be thinking that you are like a mirrored counterpart to them. Like Gemini needs the other side, the other person to bounce ideas off of, right? Okay, yes. So we've got victory and success. Sorry, I do read this deck in reversals as well. So I just nearly flipped it around and I don't... I mean, well, and I never really do that. So that may be an indication that this is about to flip on its head. Maybe it's at this point where they feel like it's failed. Nothing's really come of this, or yeah, definitely that they feel like either that there's a setback or the things aren't working the way that they would like them to work. Okay, but yeah, like I said, it might be that that flips around soon. Wow, because look at that. I mean, these are almost the same cards, so similar, even in, yeah, I mean, we've got 1 step, 6 to 7. Ah, this is crazy. That is so weird. Yeah, I think that is what's happening. Like at the moment, it feels that this is where they are, where they feel like, yeah, this isn't going to work. I tried and I failed. Or maybe this is your energy. Maybe you tried, you extended an offer, or you tried to reach out to them, or whatever that was that you did, and nothing came of it. Okay. And then things, flip around. But again, it could be the other way around if they reached out to you and you rejected them. But it feels like, yeah, kind of polarizing energies here of feeling it's failed to standing up, standing your ground, fighting for this. Okay, so I do feel in their mind, very closely connected to their minds, they want to fight for this. They do. It's just whether or not they're going to be able to get that, to get out of their head. Group 2, it's getting out of their head, I feel like, is the biggest issue for them right now. So we may even have like a stellium in an air sign or something, or this, it's very obsessive, and yeah, like I said, it's very much up in the mind and maybe also in the ego as well. So let's see what else is coming through from your person. The Magician, you definitely watch group 1 if you felt drawn to it, because that's just weird. Okay. So yeah, a lot of calculation is happening with this person. They're strategizing, but they seem a little less restrained than the unrestrained than the other pile. But let's see what else is coming through. Judgment reverse, and the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, so they may feel that they owe you an apology, or that you owe them an apology. But there's something about forgiveness here, or maybe they're very unforgiving at this time. But this could also be like a blocked awakening, like they are needing to awaken to this. I just heard that, what's that song? Open Your Eyes, I think. Is it Snow Patrol? I could be so off there, I don't know. But something about opening your eyes, like looking at this connection. Can you see me? I feel like somebody is saying that, either you or them, or again, maybe both of you could be telepathically connected and mirroring each other in that way. But yeah, it feels like, can you see me? Are you looking at me? Maybe if you see each other, maybe you're kind of wondering, are they staring at you when you're not looking at them, and vice versa? Or have you opened your eyes to how powerful this connection is? Something about that I feel is really strongly coming through. But I do also feel that maybe this person is trying to manifest this connection. Maybe they're trying to bring it to life. Maybe they're working on positive affirmations or visualizations. So I do feel maybe your person has some kind of, religious or spiritual belief system where they have faith, but at the moment they've been too stuck in their mind to manifest anything, because you can't manifest when you're obsessing about something over and over again. There has to be release and something let go of in order for that to happen. So it might be what your person is starting to learn here as well, because with the 3 of Coins, they are learning something. Okay, they could be studying something, or they could be a teacher as well. I feel like this is definitely a learning experience for them, and that's how they're feeling when it comes to the connection with you. There definitely is growth, and that there's a potential for you to collaborate on something, maybe even through work. Maybe they might ask you to help them with something, or maybe you'll ask them to help them, to help you rather, or ask for some advice, or like I said, when it comes to business or something else. It might even be in relation to health with the 6th house there. It might be, yeah, you ask them for some health advice, or they ask you for some health advice, or some dietary advice, perhaps. But like I said, this could be more about business, or even about a relationship as coming together as 2 separate entities, and then creating the relationship as almost another entity. Okay, what else is coming through? Okay, so 5 of Cups. Okay, yeah, so your person is feeling quite sad right now. They're feeling really heartbroken, actually. Now, for some of you, they could be feeling heartbroken over you, okay, and mourning something and kind of missing you and feeling really badly about it. It may be as well that there's something outside of your connection that they're very upset about, okay? It could be an ending to something, an ending of their career, or maybe a death in the family, or a relationship breakup. Or something, you know, that was very painful for them. Some of them might be going through custody battles, just came through, especially with that Page of Cups right here. It might be that they have a child, maybe a son in particular, not necessarily though, but yeah, I feel like there's, you know, definitely something that they're mourning. And like I said, it might be that they're mourning the loss of you. And with this Page of Cups there, I feel like there was an offer that was extended, but it went unnoticed or it went unanswered. And maybe because this person was in a lot of pain. So yeah, if you reached out to them and didn't get a reply, I feel like it's because maybe they didn't even see it. Okay, maybe it didn't even like come through to them, or maybe it just didn't permeate enough because they're so upset and focused on the loss that they're going through right now. Okay, one more card, please. But again, it could be their energy. Maybe they opened up to you or tried to talk to you and then you rejected them, and that's why they're in pain. Yeah, okay, and Page again, another page. Yeah, there could be multiple children involved. You could both have children or be single parents. But again, if that doesn't resonate, then this could be more so about a failed plan. It was like there was a plan and then just something didn't happen. Something didn't come to fruition here, okay? And that's definitely what they're thinking. But I get the feeling that they want to make a plan. They do want to stand up and say something. They do want to be open and honest because they're thinking so deeply about this. But it may be that they don't have the strength right now or the confidence to be able to open up in this moment. Okay, whoa, this card came out as well. And the last one's so weird. The Snake, the other woman. It could be a third party situation that you're going through right now. Okay, and then we've got a photograph. And then we've got the Runner. Yeah, so it's weird because it's like they're looking at your photos. Okay, so they could be looking at your profile photos or photos if you do have photos together. I feel like they're looking at them and they're missing you and they are thinking about you. There is a yearning they have for you. But with the Runner in a codependent relationship, a fear of intimacy, listening to ego, it's like they feel the way that they feel. They care about you. They want something more with you. They're interested in you and they're thinking about you quite a lot, but they're running. They're running because they're afraid. They're afraid to commit. They're afraid to be hurt. They have that fear of intimacy. They're worried about how the future will go. So I feel like this is just their natural disposition. It's like that fight or flight response. And when things get too heavy for them, that's what they do. They run. And again, reverse the energy if it makes more sense. If this is the other way around and this is you, then, apply it to your circumstances. But whoever this person is that is doing the running away, it's not that they're not trying to intentionally hurt the other person, but it's just, again, naturally what they do when they feel afraid or they're unsure. They would rather run away from it than confront it because it may be too painful for them. Okay, now, of course, this is just in this present moment. These are their current messages. Of course, things can and will change because that is the nature of life. There are ebbs and flows and nothing's ever going to stay the same. So I don't want you to lose, necessarily hope about this connection. I feel like you need to know that this person does care about you. They think about you. They long for you and they feel like you are like a counterpart to them. Okay, but at the moment, they don't seem to be in that place where they're able to give you what you feel you need and desire from them. And they naturally are just having to be on the run at this very moment. But you could check back in a few days, check back in a week or in a month, either to this reading or, of course, there are many, many other readings here on YouTube, and things will change, okay? Whether that's you decide to move your energy on from this person, or whether you know, you come together. I feel like this isn't the end. I do feel like there's going to at least be a conversation with all that mercurial energy coming through. I feel like something's going to be sparked between you, okay? There is going to be something, but it just feels like it's running through molasses right now. It's just moving incredibly slowly and painfully. And I feel like this is all happening in divine timing though, and there are a lot of lessons that you're both learning from this. So remember to take all of the positives from this, and you know, not to get too caught up in what you don't have with this person. Focus on what you do have, the good things that you have or that you've learned or experienced with them, and then divert and put that energy back into yourself. Give yourself love, give yourself compassion, and don't put all of your attention into someone that is, you know, running away or not giving you, you know, what you really need. So I do hope that this resonates with you, and please let me know down in the comments below if it does, and give the video a thumbs up please if you do enjoy this reading today. And for personal readings, please check the description box below. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, so for those of you who chose group number 3, let's take a look at your person's messages. Okay, first card, we've got the 8th house, endings and beginnings. So for some of you, you might be in a secret relationship, okay? But this could also, I mean, it could just be a secret relationship that you're keeping from other people. You're not telling anybody that you're together or that you're seeing one another, or that there are secret feelings for one another that are not being expressed or revealed, okay? For some of you, you might be going through an ending with this person, or this could be the start of a new beginning, okay? This is the card of Scorpio. So there's definitely some ending here, and whether maybe one or both of you had to leave a relationship or leave a job or career, okay? Or there's some other ending in your lives that is going to bring about a new beginning. Okay, so we've got Saturn return, age, okay? For some of you, there might be an age difference between the two of you. They could be older than you, you could be older than them, maybe by 5 years. For some of you, maybe, not for everyone. This is the card of Capricorn as well, so Capricorn may resonate, but it shows that there is some level of restriction here, or that this connection feels very limited, or, you know, there is... it's like boundaries, they're like walls up here. But Saturn return is all about restructuring things, looking at the foundational aspects of this relationship. And yeah, there's definitely a reworking of things here. Okay, then we've got Grand Trine, blessings. So yeah, I actually feel like maybe it's been a really long time. Maybe you've been in love with this person for years on end, or maybe months. Or maybe you've been seeing each other for a long time, but it's not really gotten anywhere. Or it just feels like, yeah, it's very slow moving energy. But then there is this transition, this reformation of some kind, which will bring about a blessing. Okay, Grand Trine blessing. So it's going to bring in something really beautiful. You may even see some of this in your chart synastry. Maybe you have a Grand Trine in your chart synastry. But I just think that that's a really beautiful thing to come through here after this, you know, intense and maybe at times very painful ending that one or both of you are experiencing. But, you know, something very, very beautiful and amazing is going to come from this. Wow. Okay. So yeah, we've got awareness. So I think a lot is going to change in both of your perceptions about this, okay? After being with one another, after connecting with one another, this is amazing, okay? This is like the Magician card. There's something that's being created through this, okay? And for some of you, that might be the relationship that you've been desiring with this person. It may be that the relationship is being created currently through these transformations. And then it comes to fruition once this ending occurs, okay? For some of you, it might be like being on a break. Maybe you split up and you had some time apart, and that brings about a blessing. That could be another scenario that plays out here, okay? But I definitely see that there's, yeah, something magical that's created. And for some of you, this might not be actually about this relationship. This could be more of a transformative energy in other areas of your life. Maybe being with this person or going through these restrictions or these restructurings and these endings have brought about a new awakening to you, where you can see things in a different way. You see the person differently. You see yourself differently. You see your future or what you desire very differently. So there's a lot of lessons that have been learned here. Okay, but it may even be that this has propelled you forwards in another direction, like towards your career and or your passions. Maybe it has awoken something within you. Okay, it sparked something. Maybe you needed to distract yourself from the pain or from what felt like was very slow moving, or the irritation that you might have been going through, and it's like you've had to divert your energy to do something else, and off the back of that maybe there's another blessing coming through that you didn't expect. Okay, and then we've got the throat chakra and the number 5. The fact we have 2 5s here I find very interesting too, because 5 represents a change and represents freedom. So I mean, you might be like a life path number 5, maybe they are, or the number 5, maybe you've been seeing it in synchronicity lately. But either way, I feel like that is showing that something is changing here, and that there has been a lot of changes through just knowing this person, through connecting, even if you haven't ever spoken to this person and you've just been in their energy, or even if you had a very serious relationship. No matter what the scenario is, I feel like there's definitely been a lot of growth and transformation through this connection, and maybe through communication, as the throat chakra represents communication and thoughts, speech. Okay, maybe this blessing is about speech. Okay, speaking up, maybe finding the courage to speak up about something. Okay, and even if you spoke up about something or you spoke your truth, because the fact that it's upright shows it's in positive alignment and it's working and flowing really nicely. So it might be that you discovered maybe a hidden talent in your own voice, a singing or public speaking or something. But in terms of the relationship, it may be more about that maybe you spoke up and spoke about how you felt or how you feel, and maybe that caused an ending, or maybe it caused this transformation and it built up a lot of confidence within you, because maybe you felt like you didn't have the confidence to speak up before, but after going through this, and whether receiving a good result or a bad one, you realize that you're actually a lot stronger than you thought you were, and you can handle whatever outcome comes through. So, see what Tarot has to say about this, what's coming through, messages from your person. Okay, the Fountain is a massive breakthrough, massive breakthrough that you have been going through and experiencing. And it might have been very challenging and difficult for you to go through. But I do feel like the hard times are nearly over. And as I'm recording this is a timeless reading, of course, but currently Saturn is still retrograde for another couple of days. Personally, I can't wait for it to start going direct again. So I feel like even in this reading, that energy is coming through here of it being stuck, or almost feeling like it's going backwards. So many things are being redone and restructured, changing the foundations, maybe even changing where you live, or changing the way that your home looks or something, perhaps for some of you. But there's been a lot of epiphany moments and light bulb moments that have come through from this. Wow, and then the Emperor, sign of Aries, which is again the sign of creation, starting something new. It's the first sign of the zodiac. It's about initiating action. So I feel like, through this connection, you have taken the chance to be in control. So maybe you were the one that initiated or got into your yang-like energy and, spoke up or took action, or decided to do something with this energy. Again, whether it's towards this person or towards another area of your life. You're like, I'm not going to let this bring me down. I'm going to let this help to propel me forwards in some way, in a positive way. So you're a very strong person, Group 3, because you really know how to use hard times to gain things from. Like, you can become really successful through these hard times. So maybe you've got some Scorpio in your chart prominently that is helping you to deeply transform in some way. Okay, because also here with the Ten of Swords reversed, there's, it's like there's a transformation in your mind. And I know these are messages from your person, but I just can't help but feel a lot of this is really for you. There's a lot of independence here that's coming through from this reading. And I just feel like your mind has really expanded, and I feel like maybe you've managed to gain control over your mind or over very negative thoughts, okay? And again, this may not have happened, or it may not have happened at this moment, unless it had been for this person. This person has been like a catalyst for you, to release anything that was bringing you down mentally, to release anxiety or depression or very low negative vibrational thoughts. Okay, releasing negative thought forms and focusing on the positives, and maybe turning it into something very practical. You know, maybe you've created something physical, like a product to sell or a business, or again, something that's very creative, or like I said, something around your home. There's been a lot of, you know, physical action, I feel like, that you've been taking. But again, it's like that you've taken the reins of this connection and you've taken control. Okay, what else is coming through? Messages from your person. And it may also be that this is how your person sees you. They see you in an incredibly strong and powerful energy. Oh, okay. This card flew out. This card flew out. Okay, so we've got the Two of Cups. Okay, so your person definitely feels a mutual attraction, a mutual love, a mutual care. You know, these are emotional feelings, and it's nice to see after everything else that's come through. And it's almost like, because I was going to say, I think regardless of the outcome of this connection for the two of you, it's like you're going to thrive regardless. You're not going to let it bring you down. Maybe you did in the past, but that's no more. You're leaving that in the past and you're moving forwards. And it may be that energy that then brings this person in, okay? But they definitely feel a very strong connection, and I do feel that your feelings are reciprocated, okay? Okay, so we've got the Three of Coins in reverse and the Four of Pentacles. So, yeah, this is about learning lessons, okay? And this might be, I just feel like there's an energy of not being able to get on the same page physically. Emotionally and spiritually, I feel you're so strongly connected, but yeah, physically, in terms of physical effort, that there's some kind of a block, there's a distance here. It might be somebody is holding on to something very tightly, holding on to the idea of this relationship, or holding on to another relationship perhaps, or someone else is trying to hold on to them, or being afraid of opening up to this now. Okay, so this could be you, that you've gone back into your shell, you've retreated because you're not sure if you even want this anymore. You've expanded to such a powerful point that you're like, are we even a match anymore? Do I even feel like, even though you might have feelings still, but you may not feel physically you're a match at this moment. And again, reverse the energy if it makes more sense, because this person over here is also feeling like maybe that there's no way of being able to collaborate right now. There's no way that you can kind of work at things, because there's something about, yeah, either not learning a lesson. Again, this might be your person that hasn't learned something yet. And maybe, you know, they're a few steps behind you before, you know, they haven't awakened or expanded within themselves to the point that you have. So yeah, maybe that means that you aren't a vibrational match to align anymore. You know, which is of course disappointing, but again, it doesn't mean it's forever. This is just the current energy. Things can and will change, because that's the ebb and flow of life. Nothing's going to stay the same. But in this very moment, I feel like they're not sure if it could work, if you could come together. There may be other external factors that are also at play here, other people that have opinions on it, or maybe a differing work schedules, or like I said, other aspects, relationships that are causing blocks here. So lastly, just looking at the Island Wellness. Okay, so we've got the Chaser in a codependent relationship. We've got wedding rings. And then we've got Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. Yeah, so maybe that's something that they're thinking about as well with you. Like, have they learned lessons from the past? Or have you learned lessons from the past, okay? So for some of you, you might actually be, I don't know, you could be married to this person, okay? But it could be that you're married to different people, or very strongly connected to other people. But for some of you, this could also be where things are headed, okay? It could be that you are headed for a union, the fact that it's come out in the central position here, everlasting promise and a soul connection, which I do feel you have a soul connection. But yeah, there's the energy of the Chaser, So again, it might be that you chased them, and it doesn't mean that you're overall a chaser. It might be that you just initiated the action, but it might be that they are also the chaser, or that there is another person, like I said, in either of your lives that is chasing and causing this rift or causing this disconnect here. Okay, but I do feel you've got a very special connection, group three. It really feels like, you know, you do have that spiritual bond, and you may even like dream travel or be very connected in the 5D. But yeah, in the 3D at the moment, things don't feel like they can progress just at this moment. Okay, but it does feel like things can and will change very soon. But if you know that you're chasing them, and I don't just mean literally chasing them, well, hopefully not literally chasing them, or, you know, verbally chasing them by reaching out all the time or liking all their posts or watching all their stories or whatever. And if that's your energy, I would definitely pull back, you know, and just retreat a little bit and let them come towards you. It might be, again, that they're chasing you. Nothing you can do about that, obviously. I mean, except for, you know, you can obviously be open and honest with them, but you can't control what they do. You can only control what you do. But it may be you used to be the chaser, and maybe you pulled back your energy as well. Yeah, it might be that you've learned something through that. That's something that you've learned, either not to chase or not to reach out. Or maybe you've learned to actually, I don't care. If I reached out, I got rejected, I'm okay with that. Okay, but I just feel like there is this element of, you know, needing something, wanting some attention or wanting some validation in some way. But I feel like there's definitely been some transformation in that respect. But I also feel like there's a lot of stalking going on, okay? Again, maybe on your part or theirs, but stalking could be seen energetically as chasing as well. If you're constantly checking up on somebody all the time and what they're up to, you're not really being present or focused on the now or having the faith that they're going to come through. It's kind of looking for clues or signs of, are we going to come together, or are they seeing other people? So if you can retreat as well from doing that, it will definitely help the energetic vibration here. But if you know that you're already, you know, you're chill about this, you're not chasing them, you're not constantly checking up on them, then this is definitely them behaving that way with you. Okay, so I do hope that this resonates with you, group 3, and please let me know down in the comments below if it does, and please give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy this reading today. And if you would like a personal reading, please check the description box below. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care.